York and raise millions for charity. But there's plenty more dollars out there, and I want it to go to the people that need it the most. And that's why I'm doing it again.
The stage has been set, and now 16 youth celebrities are fighting to meet the challenge.
Come on, people, we need all the money we can get.
Any way they can.
You bring me $15,000, I'll kiss you full on the mouth.
Managers.
What a disaster.
Gone.
Disgusting.
Assistants. Gone.
No bagels, no nothing.
They're on their own.
I don't want to try.
In the toughest challenge of their careers.
I can't do this.
Last season was a battle.
I talk down to you.
You're out of talent. You think you're right, bro?
This time,
You are a piece of and you're a stupid blonde.
it's war.
Shut up. Well, then stop lying.
This makes me and Omarosa look like a teapot.
They come to New York City armed with new connections.
We have a check here from Tim McGraw for $5,000.
Tim McGraw!
New passion. And a new determination to win.
I want to win. So get your head wrapped around the tab.
It's killing me. I would take the bullet in a second. It's killing me.
And all but one of them will be fired.
You're fired. Go.
The Celebrity Apprentice starts now. Previously, the women got down to business and forged their identity.
Anyone want to be project manager?
I'll be the first.
And the ladies were ready for battle.
It doesn't matter what our name is, and let's get going on the game.
How about Athena? Athena's the goddess of war.
Team Athena.
While the men got off to a slower start.
I think we should be Team Fubar.
Oh, man. Fubar.
And Scott Hamilton tried to focus the group.
So, name first. Does everybody have ideas? You said you had...
Kings of the universe. Just take the letters. Kotu.
I like Kotu.
But it was Heisman Trophy winner Herschel Walker who took control.
What we may need to do first, elect a project manager.
Herschel?
Yeah, it seems like...
For their first task, the teams had to create, bake, and sell cupcakes. And on Kotu, entrepreneur Jesse James proved to be the quiet achiever.
We make the vehicle as attention-grabbing as possible.
Jesse James, I didn't think he was going to bring anything to the table. It's fun to see somebody come to life.
Let's put cupcakes away. We'll finish in the morning. We've got to get these covered. We've got to get these out of the oven.
Poker champion Annie Duke was quick to alienate the rest of her team.
Mussolini made the trains run on time, but no Italian smiled when he was getting on and off. That was an Italian train station in there.
On Kotu, Andrew Dice Clay looked for an easy way out, and Tom Green sensed trouble.
Herschel, I'm going over to Sirius Radio now. Clay want to go do a Sirius Radio. He's not doing other thing anyway.
Clint Black and Herschel go, why don't you not make cupcakes? And I know they're trying to throw Dice under the bus.
Both teams hit the streets to sell.
From Donnie Deutsch, a check for $10,000!
And big money showed up.
You paid $5,000 for this cupcake.
On Athena, playmate Brandy Roderick immediately surprised her team.
$5,000 for your charity.
I think Brandy, she's a very smart woman lost in a gorgeous body.
Project manager Herschel Walker stood by while Dennis Rodman checked out.
I can pick you up.
When the totals were added,
The women sold $61,267 worth of cupcakes.
So ladies, I congratulate you.
Joan Rivers reaped the reward.
You won $126,000. Joan, what's your charity?
God's love we deliver.
Have fun. Thank you. Congratulations.
With the men's team losing, Andrew Dice Clay went after Herschel.
Andrew, who would you fire if you were me?
I would fire Herschel. Because it's the boss's job to delegate and tell everybody what he needs them to do.
Herschel fought back.
You are totally wrong. I was on the corner with Tom Green. You're wrong. You're not in my arena. The truth is, you didn't want to work. You wanted to do your thing.
But ultimately, Dice folded.
I didn't like making the cupcakes. So if anything, I'm willing to leave.
Herschel, he really fought to stay. You wanted to quit. Andrew, you're fired.
You guys were yelling so loud. Oh my God.
What's in
the boardroom stays in the boardroom?
That's it, baby.
So you're gonna tell us what happened?
I don't know. I think when he said he wanted to quit, it was over. So it was like, he is weak now. You can't be weak, though. He's trying to get rid of you. I don't like to lose. After that last boardroom, I don't want to go back in. When I lose, I don't sleep. Well, I'm ready to go to another task because we got to get it up. It's too hard to do that, bro.
I feel that while Herschel may not have made the best project manager, for this team to move forward and win, this team is going to have to subordinate themselves to their project manager. And they're going to have to respect his authority and not pull anything that will get in the way of the task.
Congratulations, sir. It's difficult. I kind of predicted this as a possibility. And I think, you know what, if they want to throw my good friend Dice under the bus, they want to throw me under the bus. It's interesting, you know, you can't really trust anyone here.
I've been working with God's Love for 16 years now, and we really are a do-it-yourself charity.
So here we have 2 bags. One's for Julia and one's for her 2 kids.
Okay. One of the most exciting things about winning as project manager is you get the money for your charity. What we do at God's Love We Deliver is if you feel you can't leave your house, we send you your meals every single day. We started out with 2 bicycles and 4 delivery men, and we now do over 2,000 meals a day to our clients. We are really a small charity, and we do big things.
And I just want to thank you from my bottom of my heart, what you do for us.
The nice thing is, you're surviving, and you're surviving breast cancer.
I'm here I say I'm a fighter. And I'm living for myself and my kids.
All of our clients are sick with HIV/AIDS, cancer, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, any kind of life-altering illness.
I'm thrilled that we're here, and I'm thrilled. And I have a surprise for you, Karen, my darling angel. As you know, I've been working on Celebrity Apprentice, and I have been project manager for one of the tasks, and we won. So I am so excited because here is a check for God's Love We Deliver for $125,716.39. Fabulous! Is that great?
Thank you! A part of this will go to help you when you recover from this next surgery. Help you, help Camille, help Joshua. So that you don't have to worry about food. You just have to worry about getting well.
Thank you.
Good.
Good hug.
Coming up.
Today, you're going to create a 4-page comic.
If I could have one superpower, I would shut up my team.
And later.
Every warrior has an Achilles heel. My Achilles heel is Tom.
¿Estás leyendo? Entonces, para que aprendas. Es que oigas la pronunciación, bueno, pero puedes sentar. Ahí vas a dar ayuda.
On my left is Erin Burnett, and as you know, Don. Now, Erin and I have a great distinction. We did a show together. It was called The Billionaire Inside, the #1 rated show in the history of CNBC. Do you hear that, Joan Rivers?
I hear it.
Do you hear it? Do you understand?
I hear it, Donald.
Okay. Today, you're going to be working with the company Zappos.com. Everybody's heard of Zappos, right? And it's an e-commerce company. Zappos in 1999 just started, and today they're going to do over $1 billion worth of sales. And alongside of me is Tony, the CEO. Tony, tell me about the company.
At Zappos.com, we sell shoes, handbags, and apparel. We really want our brand to be about the very best customer service, the very best customer experience. So we've teamed with Image Comics to provide you with artists and editors to create a comic character to communicate our focus on customer service and company culture as well.
Very simple. You're going to create a costume and 4-page comic for a character that promotes Zappos.com, something they may end up using as a character on their website. You'll have to pitch your ideas to a focus group to get feedback. Tony is going to pick the winner. What I want you to do right now is pick your project manager. Women, pick your project manager. Men, pick your project manager.
She owns a clothing company, so it's perfect. Oh, perfect. Okay, great. Done.
Okay, Joan, who is your project manager?
Our project manager today, we're very happy to say, is Chloe.
Chloe, good.
Zappos is an online store known for selling shoes, clothes, and stuff like that. I own a clothing store, so maybe that was a decision why I became project manager, but I'm a little confused because I'm not really familiar with online.
How about you, Scott? He's organized.
I'm very organized.
Come on, man, how you doing?
I think we should have Scott.
We're good. Who have you chosen?
We've chosen Scott Hamilton to be our project
Scott,
manager.
I love Scott Hamilton. Scott's great.
I think that they saw me as the voice of reason possibly last week and the one that was really organized. Maybe that's what we need in this task. And I'm not going to survive here by shying away from leadership. I can't do that.
So it's Chloe and Scott. All right, the project manager of the winning team will get $20,000 for his or her charity. The losing team will come to the boardroom. Somebody will be fired. It won't be pleasant, but that's the way life is. Okay? Good luck. Thank you.
Hi, Melissa Rivers.
Hi, Tiana Watkins. Nice to meet you.
The first order of business for our team was to actually sit down with Tony, the CEO of Zappos.com. Every marketing project has to do with exactly what the client wants. What are they looking for?
So most people that know Zappos know us for the shoes, but the Zappos brand is really just about the very best customer service. And when you call our customer loyalty team, where people aren't scripted, they're not trying to upsell. All we care about is that we gave above and beyond customer service.
When we went and met with the executive, the thing I was concerned about was getting information out of him. You know, I'm a poker player. I kind of know how to do an end run around people.
In terms of this comic book character, you would then, I assume, like it to appeal equally to men and women?
That's really for you guys to decide. What we care about is conveying our brand and our culture.
Do you like blondes or brunettes?
Blonde.
What do you date?
Yes.
What color hair? What color hair? What color hair did the girl in your your longest long-term relationship have?
Relationship.
Or your wife?
Not if he doesn't like her anymore.
No, I said no. Your longest relationship. I'm trying to get a feel here.
Which angel did you like?
Yeah, which
Well,
angel?
I would just say, you guys don't think about what's appealing to me. Think about what's appealing to our customers.
Well, thank you very much for your time. We really appreciate it. Hopefully we'll be able to put something great together for you.
My name is Scott Hamilton. I'm the project manager for this team. He could go to any comic book company to come up with this character, and they're experts. He's coming to us, neophytes. To do this, we have to be professional.
Why a comic book character?
One of our core values is about having fun and not being like other businesses where you have to wear a suit and tie.
It's got to be funny.
Let me put it this way, humor is not unacceptable.
I see it. Humor is something that is acceptable in a commercial, and like to try to get a laugh it could be an attempt at humor and it might not be funny, and that wouldn't be good.
Funny.
Just obviously there's some types of characters that are very corporate.
Anybody else have any questions? Brian, you have a question? Dennis, you got anything?
Yeah.
I think we've taken up enough of your time.
Thank you. Yeah. Cool.
After we left the executive meeting, we went to the war room to really start working. Our task was to create a comic book character that best represented the qualities of Zappos.com. Chloe was chosen as project manager because she owns retail stores. So I think that the team felt like she had a lot of retail experience. But I don't think that this particular task is about retail.
What is this comic book being used for? Which is
Exactly.
very
What if it's not a website at all and just go to the back and you buy it? What about a game in? Every superpower is to get that. We live in LA and New York. You can't have a game in. It excludes the whole
I just
Midwest.
don't want so many people talking over each other.
Exactly.
Getting carried away.
People love a hero. Yeah, but they're not playing it. Can I throw one thing out?
I think Chloe, as strong a personality as she is, I don't think she is all that comfortable with telling people what to do. Our team definitely has alpha females.
Explain why they have this superpower, what their origin is.
I think our team would work so much faster if a couple of these girls did not talk as much. I mean, it's ridiculous.
I think we should get a midget, and the midget says, we're long on service and short on restrictions.
Project manager.
Yeah, I thought you were meaning.
If I could have one superpower, I would shut up my team.
Coming up.
It just kept getting derailed. The derailer was Tom.
I just want to know what I'm going to be doing.
Sit.
And later.
I'd love to do the script with you, Claudia.
Annie's totally taken over and decided she was going to write the presentation. And I thought that was really stupid. You're an idiot.
El próximo lunes.
To be really successful, you have to separate yourself from 99% of the world. You have to get out there and you have to kick ass. You have to be able to handle pressure. Now, we've got two very different people, Scott Hamilton and Chloe. The fact is, Scott is a great, great champion.
But organizationally, we've got some issues to talk about.
He's won Olympic gold medals. He's handled pressure brilliantly. Chloe, on the other hand, she's a young woman. She hasn't been really exposed to pressure. We'll have to see what happens. Remember, if you can't handle the pressure, people are going to walk all over you.
It is now 10:30, and we can't do anything. We cannot do anything.
This week's task was to create a comic book character to represent Zappos.com.
I'm going to blow a gasket.
There seems to be a lot of conflict, a lot of having trouble staying on an agenda and completing a thought and a task. Everything's going.
You see the Golden Gate Bridge, you see the Empire State Building.
I know her power. I know her power. Okay, she doesn't sleep.
Doesn't sleep.
We're just kind of talking, and none of us know what we're doing. We're going in circles. All of us keep repeating the exact same thing.
No, I totally understand. So let's just do this. What we should do is divide into groups. We should have a design group and a script group. I'd love to do the script with you, Claudia. I'm going to do whatever I need to do to win. That kind of style is probably going to piss off some of my teammates. Your job is to win the task, not to worry about whether people's feelings are getting hurt. Claudia and I would really love to be the people who go write the script, if that's possible.
Yeah.
Is that cool?
And let people go ahead and take their leader status. If they want to go ahead and run that one position, fine. We're all adults. We've all run businesses. That's why we're here.
But my mom had won a couple Emmys for things like
Right, so Joan
I didn't think about my screenplay. Annie's totally taken over and decided she was going to write the presentation. And I thought that was really stupid, considering I've had 4 plays that I've written on Broadway, 2 series, and a motion picture. You're an idiot.
Idiot.
You're an idiot.
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 Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idiot. Idi
Let's do this orderly and without too much excitement or emotion. No chaos. We're all coming from completely different places, and I think we have to utilize that. In the figure skating world, the biggest thing is variety, diversity of styles. My experience as an ice show producer would be to draw on their talents, utilize our best assets, and win the task.
I think we should use one of us as the superhero. Okay. You would be a good superhero, Clint. You got the hat. You would be a good superhero.
We're not going to want a comic book character with a cowboy hat.
Possibly. I'm just throwing it, or Rodman, or you, or whoever.
I want to go there and ask, you know, we can play it and we can twist this whole thing around and make it cool as hell. We can get a transvestite, a guy. But you can go get any transvestite. Guess what? He transformed into this woman. You can find me in women's shoes and a bag. Boom.
I felt that Zappos.com ultimately was a family brand, and Dennis is so off the beaten path.
The whole commercial now is about gay guys and gay people now.
I didn't feel it was appropriate to the task or to the image of Zappos.com.
A flamboyant, fashion, gay guy.
Oh, okay, let me go to my favorite website, Zappos. You know, next thing the husband comes back in, he wants to have sex, some whatever, you know, that's typical, right?
Yeah. It's either a flamboyant gay guy goes, "Hi, how are you?" Or it
comes out of the computer.
All right, we got the shoes and the socks and the shoes.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm feeling a little uneasy right now. We don't have any idea what the story is, so we don't really have the time to have fun. We need to come together, make a decision, and stick to that one.
Finish it up.
Genius.
Finish it up.
All right, we're just, I'm going over here.
Claudia, do you want to start a whiteboard and we'll start writing stuff
I'll write
down?
them up there.
So we have real and personal. Third over here is speed. I mean, do you agree with that?
Wow, it's me.
Right.
Personally, because our goal here is to come up with a character and a costume and a storyline. Personally, that's what I feel like we need to turn back around and focus on that.
Except this is going to,
wait. Our goal here is to do the character and the costume and the storyline. And if we have time for any of that, then obviously all this stuff is great extra fluff.
As far as Chloe as project manager, as the day has progressed, she had definitely gotten more comfortable in that role, and she took control of the situation. Because at first I thought she was a little timid, but I gotta give her credit. Now, she's kind of taking the bull by the horn. I think she's doing a good job.
I always look at women saying, oh, I admire her, or she's beautiful, and a man looks at a woman because she's gorgeous. So I think she should be a girl. As a project manager, it's really challenging to control 8 very dominant women. I'm not here to babysit or control anyone. I'm just here to oversee and make sure everybody's not getting off track. We are not going to go and ramble on. No.
Hi.
How are you? I'm your editor and he's your artist.
You had to make 4 storyboards to explain the whole story of the character. So we were given an editor and artist to actually put a face to the image that we were all thinking.
So it's very important that we get the character marked up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The artist. Hey, how are you? Our designers are here.
Great, welcome to the zoo. So an editor and an artist from Image Comics came to meet with us, but nothing had really been established to describe the character and how it works with the product. And time was crucial because we had a focus group coming.
A superhero could just be someone really cool with a certain amount of...
That's not the superhero. The customer's not the hero. The guy falling off the building was never caught by one of the other people.
I don't like talking over people, and I don't like to yell to get my point across, because I think when you're yelling to get your point across, people aren't listening. Our favorite comic book character...
If we go into a focus group and they don't like it, then all you know is they didn't like the idea you had.
You know...
And let me finish. Whereas if you...
Every time someone talks, Clint just tells them to basically shut up.
Let me finish my thought.
And if he's talking and someone talks over him, he basically starts yelling at you like you're some sort of inconsiderate ass for like talking over him, when that's all he does.
Why don't we jump on the site with these guys and look through a bunch of products and they can draw some of it.
That's not a cartoon character.
It's just a point of reference.
That's right here, you know. We're the action figure.
Let me just finish my
She's
thought.
actually transformed herself into the computer.
What I'm telling you is...
That's what you're looking for.
And what I'm telling you...
The artists were sitting there with their pens on pieces of paper, waiting for Dennis Rodman to stop yelling at Clint Black.
He don't give a rat's ass.
for Scott to stop floundering around.
Bring it down, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down.
I'm just saying. But Scott let the team argue and scream at each other. It was outrageous.
It may feel like I've just yelled at you and insulted you.
It's not insulting. It's not insulting. What does any of this have to do with what we're trying to do? 9 years ago, he wasn't worth the.
Coming up.
All about customer service.
I never thought I would be discussing comic books with a Playboy Playmate.
And later.
I'll pitch mine first, okay?
Okay, well, just shut up right now.
You just told me to pitch my
No,
idea.
I said shut up.
Let's sit down, let's figure out who it is, what she is, and let's figure out a little story. We know
Our task this week was to create a comic book character for Zappos.com.
We know she's got to
I have
be real.
vision. So maybe we show a housewife frustrated with customer service, and our hero emerges, and she's like, dun, 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 dun. And she maybe has lightning bolts because they're zapping the customer service into the world.
Okay, Ms. Z. Let's call her Ms. Z, just to give her a name now. Ms. Z, don't you worry. Follow me.
Joan came up with the name Ms. Z, which was really cool because Ms. is M-I-Z-Z and then Z, just like Zappos.
It's not just a dream at Zappos, it's reality.
Great. Love it. Perfect. And that's my little story, my little idea. I got the idea. I just spit it out. They all loved it. They all clapped. Almost everybody clapped. Joan loved it. So we were going to go with my idea. And so that was it.
What's going on? How's it going?
Finally got it.
Very nice, very nice. So what's the concept?
Average Jane, cute, not beautiful, is turned into Ms. Z, and her job is now to spread good customer service and the word out to all. And the slogan is, it's not just a dream, it's Zappos.
Very nice. Who came up with the slogan? Who came up with the concept?
She came up with the slogan.
And the concept.
Dom Jr. comes in. He said, whose idea was it? Melissa said, mine, without any hesitation. Hell no.
It doesn't have bells and whistles.
I didn't think it was appropriate to fight in front of him about whose idea it was, so I kind of had to take the loss on that and take the L.
As part of the task, Mr. Trump told us we were going to be presenting in front of a focus group. So we had to present our character and then, you know, something about her origin and what her superpower is.
I'm Chloe.
Hey, I'm Dan.
Nice to meet you. Chloe.
The purpose of a focus group is for a focus group to tell you what they like and don't like about the character.
I'm Melissa. How you guys all doing today?
Melissa, right?
Okay. With an F.
With an
Like,
half of a heart.
There, aww.
Let's just get started.
Any constructive criticism you have would be greatly appreciated.
I decided to have Claudia pitch her idea to the focus group and get a reaction.
Okay, so our character is called Ms. Z. She's attractive, she's young, she's girl next door, but, you know, just a little bit cuter.
The member of the focus group, they were a bunch of typical comic book readers, like what I would imagine a comic book reader to be.
And the Z's kind of look like lightning bolts because this company is all about being fast.
I do not think these guys are used to being around Pretty Woman. They're used to being around Pretty Woman superheroes.
It's all about customer service.
I think her transformation would reflect the user's transformation of being electrified.
Do you think the shorts are too hoochie mama?
It's really odd. I never thought I would be discussing comic books with a Playboy Playmate. Or talking to a Playboy Playmate, period.
The what of superhero?
I mean, the superhero. I mean, the whole reason we read comic books are to escape from this world. I have not talked comics with the Playboy Playmate before.
You have a bunch of small Z's everywhere, but you should have like one definable Z that we can really like pick her out from a distance even. Like
Just a bigger belt buckle?
Yeah, like a bigger belt buckle.
Thank you so much for all your help and advice. Bye,
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much. Now we at least have our idea.
Yeah.
Feel better now before then.
Were those a group of virgins or what?
By the time the focus group had to come, we barely had our thoughts together. So it really was more or less bringing in guys that know this stuff and shooting some ideas past them to see if they could help us take it to the next level. Dennis, what do you think?
We can't create a character that's 24 hours. There's no way.
What do you guys think of the idea of a Zorro-type character? A focus group came in to listen to our ideas and give us some feedback. Unfortunately, Scott just didn't really seem to have any sort of control over the room. I just kind of felt like I needed to jump in. Dennis's idea. Woman comes home from work. She tucks the kids into bed. Something like that, right? Okay, but something, right? She's tired as She's tired as
I think Tom Green, he just kind of went on a little bit of a tangent, which was great. I mean, it was cool. But I mean, they didn't seem to have everything ready for us.
Did you guys know that Tom Green and Dennis Rodman were going to be pitching you comic books?
So listen, his name is Senor Zappos. Okay?
They were a focus group, and we didn't seem to be focused. There were so many people with so many agendas that it turned into a performance.
Horse, or maybe a motorcycle. He could be on a motorcycle.
And I think that the one most guilty of that was Tom. Tom was, he was performing.
Those are two ideas.
Yeah, we talked a lot. We're out of time. Thank you very much. We are so... We're in so much trouble. Well, that was entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we got to pick a character now and start working on it.
We need to get an actual design done so I can make it. I needed to go make a costume over in Brooklyn, but we're running out of time, and I knew we ran the risk of not getting a design over there.
Everyone need to pitch their idea. Everyone else shut up.
Okay, I'll pitch mine first, okay?
Okay, well, just shut up right now. Okay. Right now, shut up.
You just told me to pitch my idea.
No, I said shut up.
Okay.
You don't get it.
Okay, all right.
This is not a joke. He can get fired. This is not a joke. Pitch your idea now. You're up.
Okay, so I will pitch my idea now. Okay.
Wait a minute.
Senor Zappos.
We've heard this.
I pitched it 5 minutes.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Sit down. Okay, I heard it. I got it down.
Who else got one?
Clint.
She's smart enough to handle any job you give her.
What does that look like?
She's every woman at her best.
If we're gonna do one character, it should be like something that's achievable looking, just so I can get out of here and get a costume made and you guys can cage fight. I was looking at my watch and realizing that we had to go. Scott's the project manager and you have to make a decision. That's what a leader does, but this is a cluster today. Without a doubt.
You know what, Scott? You've heard a lot of ideas here. I think you're just going to have to decide.
This is a big job, and he needs to decide this.
We're running out of time. So what do you think we should do, Scott?
Good, Scott, you're going to have to tell us how you want to proceed.
I agree.
Coming up.
Yeah, just take them off.
I feel like we're racing against the clock. Gross.
I would have in a million years asked if I could go home for the night.
And later.
By arguing during the task time, we're going to die.
Clint thinks he's the boss. He thinks he's like Donald Trump. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. All you do is think.
Sure you want us to just relax?
I'm 100% positive. I am just suffering.
I like that one. This week's task was to create a comic book character and present it to the CEO of Zappos.
Just have them to show us till 9:30, and I want to meet her, and we want to kind of walk her through.
Well, more importantly, we need to fit the costume on her.
In our project, we have a model that was going to be the comic for the presentation tomorrow.
So how would you like to do it? You're adorable.
Yeah, if worse comes to worse, let's just have one of us do it.
She'd be adorable.
Joan asked me if I wanted to play the part as Miss C and model the outfit.
It's probably better than any model would do.
Getting ready for this presentation is a lot more nerve-wracking than anything I've experienced in golf. Anytime you have to play for a team and perform well for your team and not only yourself, you get that extra bit of jitters in your stomach.
Good morning, Geppetto Studios.
Good morning, Geppetto Studios. We're looking for Scott.
That's me.
So you are our costume designer, is that right, Scott?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, Scott. We'll call you back.
Scott, let me ask you.
You're all screaming. I can't hear you. Come on.
Scott, shh. Calm down. Touch velvet. Calm me down. Scott, are you straight or gay?
I'm gay.
Oh, thank God.
I love you, John.
Scott, in that case, you and I are going to have the best time here in the world.
All right.
Okay, sweetheart, I can't wait to meet you. I am going off with Dion and Natalie, and we are going to be working on the costume.
Bye, Joan.
Thank you. Annie, I think she hurt the team tremendously in not using me as a writer. The frustration of not doing what I should be doing is very difficult today.
Is it a him or a her?
I think it's got to be a her.
I think the character is the customer.
Yeah, we need to make this about the customer. The person visiting the website gets power from the website.
So she's sort of a normal-looking character who then all of a sudden, shoo, 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 boom, flies in, and there's all these things coming to her. Okay, we can develop that. Finally, after another 3 hours of arguing, here's an idea. There's a woman. She comes home from work. She's tired. She doesn't have time to go shopping. She walks into her office. She sits down at the computer, and she gets sucked into the computer. Handbags, shoes. She comes out. She's got a smile on her face. The end. So let's start.
All right, gloves. Do you see like the kind of gloves that end here, the kind of gloves that kind of end here?
I think she should have gauntlets, and I think the pull-down boots with tights.
What colors? Metallic?
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you guys.
With the definite timelines we had, we needed to get our design team out the door to get the costume going. And Clint, Herschel, me, and Tom stayed behind to work the storyboards and to really massage the character.
Hi there, how are you guys doing?
We just had a nice, long, creative brainstorming session.
It sounds like you all spent a whole lot more of your time debating who your character would be.
We went over a lot of character at that time.
A working woman who has a family. She's coming home from work. She has something that she has to do. She doesn't have time to get ready for it. She doesn't have time to get all her...
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So she...
Tom, we need to keep going on that.
I'll keep on.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't want to interrupt you from that.
Okay, cool. I'll get
The men seem to me to be rather disorganized. They spend most of their day figuring out what the character would be, and now all of a sudden there's a race to the finish. But I will say that they appeared to have a very clear storyline. There was evidence that they put some time into thinking about that. I think that was important.
We have a character name?
Not yet.
Do we like the idea of it starting with the letter Z? Zelda? Xanadu. Zappa. Unique baby names. Z. Zeta.
Does this help you? Okay, panel 3, our heroes
Zafira.
going to the website, finding everything she needs.
Zaid. I'll just yell out names. If you hear anything that appeals to you, just write it down.
I kind of gave up on Tom, and I just couldn't listen to him anymore because I was so fed up with the constant interruption after interruption after interruption after interruption that I couldn't hear him anymore.
Zine.
Sorry, guys, we should have this to you an hour or two ago.
Zula. Okay. I think that I've been working pretty hard, actually. You know, I definitely feel a sense that there's just really a lack of respect for my ideas and what I've been talking about in there. All day I've been trying to just really help Scott out, but you know, it's been tricky.
All right, how about E? Just E. 3 E's. E.
Like ecstasy, like the drug ecstasy?
Everywhere, everything, every time.
There's only one.
I chose the name E because we had to make a decision. We came back to what this character does, and it's about her power. She can be everywhere, everything, every time. And we felt that it really represented Zappos.com. E-E-E.
Everywhere, everything, anytime.
Everywhere.
Oh, everywhere, everything, everywhere.
Everything, everywhere, every time.
Yes. Scott freaked out. He thought there's no way we can come up with another name at this point. Let's just call it E. Why not just this? Put that across her chest.
How about this?
Two.
Yeah,
Marvel Comics.
3 E's. Okay. I'm weighing in that I think it's weird, but if you want to call her Triple E and put that on her chest. Actually, wait, I should just... Cheese. Cheese.
All right. Are we locked in now with the name E?
E. E. You are E.
The character's name is E. Everything, everywhere, every time. And I wasn't crazy about it, but we have to be loyal to our project manager.
I give that idea a 1.5. And the Russian judge, a 4.
Yes.
Hello?
Scott. Oopsie daisy.
Scott!
Yes.
Good to meet you.
We met with Scott, we had faxed him over our concept, and he had everything all ready for us and laid out. He already had the boots and the skirt.
Oh, this is so dominatrix. This is great.
We actually had to have a real costume character, a real person. We wanted a girl next door, a cute girl next door type look, and she was perfect.
Nice.
That's nice.
Oh, lovely. It was very nerve-wracking walking around in that outfit because it was so extreme, very outside the box for what I would normally wear.
Thank you so
This
much.
was
I appreciate
so
it.
great.
It was Scott's decision in the war room to send Jesse and Dennis and myself here to the costume designer. And, you know, we don't really have measurements. We don't really have anything other than a sketch. But the girls that we're working with are great. Hopefully this is one of those situations where it's just going to come together.
Are we going with this material here?
Yeah, two-way stretch fabric.
But in a cool color that won't.
The silver looks pretty good. If we went silver with black boots and then the website purple highlights, I'm happy to make some superhero costume. That's totally what I'm good at. It's like me building a bike, you know? I could come in and do this amazing body work in sheet metal. It's gonna be West Coast Choppers and costumes.
And then the logo.
Hello?
I changed her name to E. E.
That was an absolute pun on the fly time decision.
Her name is E.
Okay, when we were on the phone, we weren't sure whether he said Eve or E.
What did he say her name is? Is it C or E?
E. I think
Just E.
I heard
I heard
The only thing really big that we could do is write the presentation so everybody knows what's going on.
We're really tired, but right now we're pulling a late night and we're trying to get this stuff done, and we're barely gonna make it by our time crunch.
Not just a dream, it's Zappos. It's not just a dream, a tiny bit bigger, and it's Zappos all in one narrative.
Claudia today, she started out, she had so much energy, and then the next thing you know, she's sick as a dog.
I got a huge lump in my neck.
Poor little thing, like she had all this energy, and next thing there's a big knot in her neck, can't, swallow, and it just happened so instantly. So I hope she's gonna be okay because I really think we need her tomorrow for the presentation. The actual plan for the presentation is that Claudia is going to present the story of our superhero.
Okay, let me get that PowerPoint.
Can I go home?
Oh, thank you.
Yes, go.
You did a great job today. Everybody gets it.
I gotta tell you, I would have in a million years asked if I could go home for the night. All of us are in the situation where we're all tired. None of us have had sleep. I'm gonna be in that room and whatever you need done. Like I say, whatever you want to say about how direct I am, I work.
Feel better.
I will.
You're a star, girl.
I'm just trying to write this. Okay. I'm a skater, not a writer. So tomorrow morning is the biggest presentation of my life, and I am nothing.
So would you like me to write the dialogue, or?
No, we've heard you talk and stuff.
It's just a line.
Just tell me where to go.
Man on the left says, wow.
I've sold 4 feature film scripts. Is there a picture I could throw some water in the fake plant if you'd like, Need any more ice, Scott?
No, we're good with ice.
I have to keep myself somewhat entertained because they're not letting me do anything. So I'm just trying to stay positive. I'm trying to throw out as many ideas as I can.
So this would be panel 2.
Why don't we just call the character Zappos? Why'd you name her E? I think it's distracting. I think it's too weird. I don't think it makes any sense. Why is her name E?
My goal here was to try to be calm and organized, but it just kept getting derailed. The derailer was Tom.
I just want to know what I'm going to be doing. Like, really.
Sit and relax. Every warrior has an Achilles heel. My Achilles heel was Tom. I am just suffering through this process.
Cool. Let's keep rocking, man. Let's keep on rocking.
He's got a problem.
playing the game. He's not working on the task.
You're trying to do a task. You can't do it when you're playing around. But like I said, he may be ADD. I don't know.
I'm a creative guy, but they're not listening to me. They're not listening to me. What am I supposed to do here? I've been waving my arms up and down. You know, I've been waving my arms up and down. Maybe I should go. Maybe I should start waving. Maybe they don't see me. Maybe they can't see me. They're so focused on the task they don't even know I'm there. Hey guys, I'm over here, guys, look at me, I got an idea. Maybe we shouldn't call the character E, you know, like it's a bra size.
Silicon, Fanny Rock.